Hello YouTube, what is up? Back with another video. Today, it's part 3 of the series I've been doing. Thank you to Jake and Peter for the idea. Now, what I've been doing, go watch these videos if you already haven't. Part 1 was the best Marvel characters, the most powerful, not my favorite, the most powerful. Part 2 was my most powerful DC characters, and now we're going to go most powerful Marvel character, most powerful DC character, and what would happen in a fight and who would win. Let's get straight into it. Thank you. Like and subscribe if you are enjoying these. If you have any suggestions, just tell me. I'll make literally anything into a video. Now, first up, we reached 20 subscribers. Woo! Subscribe. Now, my number one, my best Marvel character is the one above all. It makes sense. He's the god. I'm not going to go into full explanation about why. You have to watch that video. That's all. He's just the god of Marvel. He basically gave everyone the powers. He's physically strong. I don't know what to tell you. Now, we, the DCers, have the Presence as our god. Let's see who would win in a fight. Now, if you're doing one of those things on YouTube where it's like strength and then you give it to someone, then speed, then you give it to someone, and IQ, then you give it to someone, I'm not gonna lie, one of our votes winning that. But let me explain what happened in a fight. Overall, the one above all is much stronger and faster than the Presence. It's not that close. The Presence is much smaller, and he's been around for longer, and he has a higher battle IQ. So really what I would see happening is I feel the Presence would find some way to outsmart the other god, because this isn't turning into some fist fight with gods. There's no way. I could never see that physically happening. I think the Presence would slowly tear down the one above all by he would do these moves. He created the universe. He would find some way to do some physical limitation to the one above all, and he would beat him slowly by using the environment around him. I would say it would be pretty long, that fight. I would not want to see in a movie because that would be way too long. Presence would win though. DC's up 1-0. Next up, it's Elaine Bellick versus the Beyonder. Spoiler alert, I like the Beyonder, I don't like Elaine Bellick. My thing is, the Beyonder lives in a universe that is very destroyable. Elaine Bellick technically lives in heaven. You can't destroy heaven. My thought process about this is Elaine Bellick is essentially a god. Beyonder's not on that level yet. I feel Elaine Bellick could destroy the Beyonder universe one by one. He travels to another multiverse, that multiverse gets destroyed, and Beyonder's not quick enough to go there that quick. He would get surfaced with these multiverses that were just getting trapped, and he would eventually get trapped in time and he would die. Elaine Bellick would definitely beat the Beyonder. DC's up 2-0. Next up, this fight's not even close. Living Tribunal versus Dr. Manhattan. Dr. Manhattan was ranked way too low on the DC stuff. But the Living Tribunal is really good. But Dr. Manhattan can destroy the universe. The Marvel fans are always like, oh, Thanos can just snap. Dr. Manhattan doesn't need to snap. He just has to think, destroy universe. He doesn't die when he destroys the universe. So he would destroy the Living Tribunal in less than a second. Less than a millisecond. That fight's not close. DC's up 3-0, and I'm not being biased. Number 4. I really like the child named Franklin Richards. But Franklin Richards, honestly, is a child. And when we're comparing him to Lucifer Morningstar, obviously both of these are comics, Lucifer destroys. Lucifer had a bad TV show about him that really showed how weak he was, but that's not a real TV show. And really, Lucifer will destroy children. I don't care how old you are. Because we've seen Franklin Richards die. We've never seen Lucifer die. I just don't physically see how you can destroy Lucifer. DC's still up for nothing. Number 5. Molecule Man can do anything that... Okay, Molecule Man versus Michael Demagoras. Now, my thing is, Michael is just as powerful as Lucifer. And the Lame Dog's definitely more powerful than them. But he can destroy the he controls the matter. Molecule Man controls the molecules. Who's gonna win, matter or molecules? And Matter Man, aka Michael Demagoras, has super strength, super speed, invulnerability, sonic cry, acidic blood, telepathy, and the power to speak to animals. You can't beat him solely because he has other moves. It's not just... And technically, I can argue Michael is not made out of molecules. I don't see how you beat Michael. I'm sorry, I'm not even being biased. It's 5-0. So far, there haven't been that many close fights. What's the closest one? I feel like Preston's vs. TOAA was the closest. But I just personally feel the smarter man wins in that fight. Now, number 6. This isn't even close. Oh my gosh. This is not even close. It's Century vs. Superman Prime. Now, Century is like a really, really, really powerful Captain America. And that's the Marvel guy. DC guy, Superman Prime, literally can just, like, I don't even know, use sunbeams to disintegrate him. But we win 6-0. That fight would literally take less than 2 seconds. All I'm saying is, if I don't think the fight's worthy, I don't have to full on explain it. Like, if I have these gods who are devils, and I'm versing children, they can destroy the children's soul. They don't have that mental capacity. Number 7. This is basically only the closest fight we've seen yet. Now, it is Proteus versus the Spectre. I hate the Spectre. The thing is, he is facing his god's wrath. Well, Proteus doesn't have that many boundaries. He is able to warp reality, and he has other powers. And he can teleport, he can generate force fields, and manipulate molecules to a degree. So overall, let me explain how this fight would go down. Yet again, it would be a pretty long fight. I would like to see this though. Spectre would lose, because the thing is, that's the DC guy. Because the Presence is bossing you around. What is the goal there? You won't get anywhere with that. DC's up 6-1. Hope Summers, this person who I physically hate, versus the Darkest Knight. Now, Hope Summers is literally just a mutant. She goes to the future and she takes powers. It's a good thing the Darkest Knight, you can't take his powers. This, I swear, I didn't even mean to make this happen. You physically aren't taking the Darkest Knight's powers. What the Darkest Knight would do, not even kill her. He would full on torture her. She has a horrible mindset. The mindset that, like, woman, like, I'm not saying this is a bad mindset or whatever, but the fact that she thinks that she can do whatever she wants because she's a woman means that she would lose, because the Darkest Knight, just like we've seen before, can trap her in a rock. I don't even know. We're up 7-1. Now, I thought this would be a little bit closer, but this is just my point how DC wins. Number 9. I'm getting right to it. Now, this fight is much closer than one may expect. Now, it's Legion versus the Anti-Monitor. Most people are saying DC Anti-Monitor wins. My thing about Legion is he's such a nutcase, it's not even funny. He's like the Joker. He's like Joker with the mindset of Homelander, really. But Homelander's like not nuts. He's just like he has the Homelander mindset of people. He's as nuts as the Joker, and he has plans to do what Lex Luthor is doing. Overall, if Legion can get his stuff together, he would definitely beat the Anti-Monitor, and Legion could possibly be won if he wasn't a nut. So really, it's just, can Legion keep his head together? And personally, I've seen Legion. He's a nutcase, but I'll give it to him. Marvel is down 7-2. Now, number 10. Oh, I hate these people so much. Oh boy. Okay, so we have two very overrated characters. Number 1, Scarlet Witch. Number 2, Prepta, the mom of Anti-Monitor. I would like to personally see this fight. The thing is, Prepta, you can do what happened to Professor X. Not only did he die 4 times, but we really saw the mindset of Wanda. Wanda, though, fights for her children. Prepta fights for her life, which is a big difference. We saw it in WandaVision. It's a big difference. Overall, Wanda's much more powerful, but she has to think, I need to win in this fight. My children are not the goal right now. Vision's not the goal right now. Pietro's not the goal right now. The goal is to win. And I don't think she has that mindset, but we'll say she does. Marvel's still losing 7-3. Now, my honorable mention. This fight's not even close. For the honorable mentions, I didn't even mean to make it like this. Galactus vs. Dr. Fate. Now, let's say you added Dormammu to this fight. Let's say it's Dormammu over Galactus. I really don't care what you think. Dormammu just hasn't done much. So we say it's Dormammu instead of Galactus. Or it's both. We have Dr. Fate. Dr. Fate, let me explain his powers again. He's mastered all this magic. And he has like strength. And he has a mindset. He's strength, force fields, healing, pyrokinesis, telekinesis, telepathy, teleportation. And he can control the matter, like we've been talking about. And he's not made of matter. What are you gonna do? It's like that Ant-Man vs. Vision fight, like what Ant-Man was saying bullied to Vision because he couldn't hit him. Really, Dr. Fate could beat both of them. So really, DC wins 8-3. This wasn't even close. Marvel's better, but DC wins the fight every time. That's my opinion. If you disagree with anything, or you think I should change my rankings, chances I should have. But definitely these fights should have gone down like they should have. With Fate, he can wreck everyone. I may want to just go over one more time the fights, very quickly. You can stop here, or you can keep watching. Now, questions versus the one above all. No explanations. I'm just going to go with what would happen. Questions would full on torture him. He would mess with his mind. He would change the surroundings. That's why Presence is winning that. Beyonder versus Elaine Belloc. Elaine Belloc could literally wreck his universe. Beyonder can't do anything when he's running through the universes because we've seen Elaine Belloc, she's mean. Number 3, Dr. Manhattan versus Living Tribunal. Manhattan destroys the universe. Manhattan wins. Franklin Richards, who's a child, versus Lucifer. Lucifer will not stop for anything. Meaning Lucifer wins in this fight. That fight would be much quicker than one may expect. While Franklin Richards is running through those different universes, bam, bam, same thing like we saw with the last fight. Now Molecule Man versus Michael Demogorgon. Molecule Man only controls molecules. That's basically Michael Demogorgon's powers, but times 3. That's the explanation why Michael would win. Century versus Superman Prime. I don't like Century. He's died too many times. He's like Captain America. Yet again, we have Prime. Take the head off. Disintegrate him. Whatever you need to do. Spectre versus Proteus. I physically do not see Spectre winning any time here. Spectre's powerful, but Proteus is exactly like Scarlet Witch. And I really feel like the Spectre would lose to a Scarlet Witch. Number 8, the Darkest Night. While Hope Summers would try to take the powers, Darkest Night would just literally choke her and then punish her for a trillion years. I don't see any way. Legion versus Anti-Monitors are both nuts, obviously. Anti-Monitors are a little nutty. Legion obviously is far nuts. If Legion can get stuff together, he wins. There's no debate about that. And Perepna versus Scarlet Witch. I see every time Scarlet Witch winning in this fight because Perepna would yet again get tortured. And then my honorable mentions is not even close. Fate wins every time against whoever you're really thinking of. Peace. Like, subscribe, comment your opinion. Tell me any ideas you have. Thank you for 20 subscribers. We'll do a video about that. Peace.